hello there. My name is Miss Vicky, and I will be your storyteller. Oh, there's so many wonderful stories to tell. Some of the stories that I tell you will make you crack up laughing. Some of the stories that I tell will make you think. And some of the stories that I tell will make you want to pray. But all of the stories that I tell will always be from my heart. Are you ready? Well, let's get started then. Hello there. Merry Christmas. This is Miss Vicky's favorite time of the year. I love Christmas time. I'm going to read you a Christmas story called How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. This is a story that my mother used to read to me when I was a little girl, and I read it to my children, and now I'm going to read it to you. Every Who down in Whoville like Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, don't ask me why. No one quite knows the reason. Now, it could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. It could be perhaps that his shoes were too tight. But I think the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. But whatever the reason, his heart or his shoes, he stood there on Christmas Eve hating the Whos, staring down from his cave with a sour, Grinchy frown at the warm lighted windows below in their town. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming. I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming. For tomorrow he knew all the Who girls and boys would wake bright and early and they rush for their toys. And then, woo! All the noise, all the noise, all the noise, 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 noise. That's one thing he hated. The noise, 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 noise! On Christmas morning, when you open your toys, do you make a lot of noise too? Yeah. Then the Who's young and old would sit down to a feast. And they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast, 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 feast. They would feast on Who pudding and rare Who roast beast, which was something the Grinch couldn't stand in the least. That old Grinch did not like Who roast beast. On Christmas, does your family eat a lot of food? Ooh, we eat a lot of food on Christmas. It is so delicious. And then, oh, they do something he liked least of all. You see, every who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, oh, they would stand close together with Christmas bells ringing. They stand hand in hand, and the who's, oh, they would start singing. And they'd sing, and they'd sing, and they'd sing, 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 sing. And the more the Grinch thought of this whole Christmas sing, the more the Grinch thought, I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 53 years, I've put up with it now. I must stop Christmas from coming. But how? Oh my goodness. Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea. Oh no. What kind of idea does the Grinch have? I know just what to do. The Grinch laughed in his throat. And do you know he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat? And he chuckled and clucked. What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer. The Grinch looked around. But since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. But did that stop that old Grinch? No. The Grinch simply said, if I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead. So he called his dog Max. Then he took some red thread. And do you know he tied a big horn on the top of his head? Boys and girls, can a dog be a reindeer? I don't think so. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh, and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, "Giddy up!" And the sleigh started down toward the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark. Quiet snow filled the air. All the Who's were all dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little house on the square, this is stop number 1, the old Grinchy Claus hissed. And he climbed to the roof, empty bags in his fist. What is he gonna do with those empty bags? What do you think? Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch. But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch. He got stuck only once, for a moment or two. Then he stuck his head out of the fireplace flue, where the little Who stockings all hung in a row. These stockings, he grinned, are the first things to go. Do any of you put stockings up for Christmas? Wouldn't it be so sad if you woke up and someone had taken all of your stockings? Then he slithered and slunk with a smile most unpleasant around the whole room And do you know he took every present? Pop guns and bicycles, roller skates, drums, checkerboards, tricycles, popcorn and plums. And he stuffed them in bags. Then the Grinch very nimbly stuffed all the bags one by one up the chimbley. Is that okay? That is not okay. Then he slunk to the icebox. He took the Who's feast. He took the Who pudding. He took the roast beast. He cleaned out that icebox as quick as a flash. Boys and girls, do you know that Grinch even took their last can of Who hash? They're not going to have anything to eat. What are the Who's going to eat? Then he stuffed all the food up the chimney with glee. And now, grinned the Grinch, I will stuff up the tree. Oh my goodness, look at that. They used to have all of the beautiful toys and decorations, and the Grinch stole it all. And the Grinch grabbed the tree and he started to shove when he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He turned around fast and he saw a small Who, little Cindy Lou who was not more than 2. The Grinch had been caught by this tiny Who daughter who got out of bed for a cup of cold water. She stared at the Grinch and said, Santa Claus, why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why? But you know that old Grinch was so smart and so slick. He thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick. Why, my sweet little tot? The fake Santa Claus lied. There's a light on this tree that won't light on one side. So I'm taking it to my workshop, my dear. I'll fix it up there, and I'll bring it back here. And his fib fooled the child. Then he patted her head, and he got her a drink, and he sent her to bed. And when Cindy Lou Who went to bed with her cup, he went to the chimney and he stuffed the tree up. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Then the last thing he took was the log for the fire. Oh my goodness. Then he went up the chimney himself, the old liar. On their walls he left nothing but hooks and some wire. And do you know, the one speck of food that he left in the house was a crumb that was even too small for a mouse. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses. Ooh, that Grinch is something else. It was dawn. All the Who's still abed. All the Who's still a snooze when he packed up his sled. Packed it up with their presents, the ribbons, the wrappings, the tags and the tinsel, the trimmings, the trappings. "3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip top to dump it. Pooh, pooh to the Who's," he was Grinchiously humming. "Yeah, they're finding out now that no Christmas is coming. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then the Who's down in Whoville will all cry, boo!" "And that's a noise," grinned the Grinch, "that I simply must hear." So he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low. Then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sounded merry. It couldn't be so. But it was merry. Very. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. What do you think about that, boys and girls? What would happen if you woke up and your Christmas tree was gone and all of your presents were gone? Would you still be happy like the Who's in Whoville? And the Grinch with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought. Maybe it doesn't come from a store. maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. And the minute his heart didn't feel quite so tight, he whizzed with his load through the bright morning light. And he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. Yes! And he himself, the Grinch, do you know that he carved the roast beast? I love this story because it shows how sometimes a person who wants to be mean to you can change their mind and be nice. Miss Vicky wishes you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Maybe I'll see you in the new year. Okay, bye-bye now.